Perfect. Yes, good evening. How are you? This is Hadiza coming to you live. I am doing a story on an online business owner today. I have Miss Sonia, a nursing professional for over 20 years and who transitioned into the online business world 2 years ago. And I want to discuss with her journey. Let's hear her take. Why transitioning from nursing to online business? Nursing by itself is a lucrative career. A lot of us are still trying to get into nursing. Why she in nursing is coming out of nursing and embracing the online world. So that's what we are going to talk today. She's going to share her story, her background, her journey thus far in the online business world. And any question you have for Sonia, hey, please put it in your comment and let us know where you're watching us from. So thank you so much as we dive in. So Sonia, good evening. It's my pleasure to have you here, even though we meet here once in a while to talk about the business. But today the spotlight is solely on you. So you will be addressing us tonight, sharing your passion, sharing your dream, sharing your journey, sharing your person, Sonia. So who is Sonia Button Thomas?
Okay, Adiza, I thank you so much for this opportunity to be with you this evening and to
You're
share with your
welcome.
viewers about myself and about my journey so far in this online business. I am really grateful and I thank you for taking the time for doing this. So, my name is Sonia Burton Thomas. I'm Jamaican originally and living in New York. I'm a professor of nursing, I'm a wife, and I'm a proud online digital business owner. So, the thing is that I have been a nurse for over 20 years. And so I've worked in many different areas of nursing at the bedside, in management, and now working as a professor of nursing. But at the time that I saw this very wonderful, amazing, life transforming online business, I was working myself to a frazzle. I was so tired. I was so stressed out. I was so sick, actually. I was actually ill and at home on my doctor's orders when I saw an ad. And before all of that, I was actually really praying that I would find something to do that will not be giving me all this strain and the stress and the everything that I was experiencing in my nursing career. And to top it all off, what I needed more than anything else was time flexibility, which I did not have. So, seeing this ad, I went straight to it. I don't normally do that. This is what was something because I was praying that I would find something. And for some reason, I opened this ad from this wonderful lady who has been my mentor in the business, who happens to be Miss Adiza. She was the person. And the Holy Spirit just led me to this lady because there is nothing else that anyone could tell me because I don't usually look at my phone on anything concerning these things. And I responded to this and the rest is history. We're right here
Absolutely.
today. After 2 years in the business, we are both here tonight. So that's my
Absolutely.
take on this.
Yeah, your journey is amazing because that's where most of us were before we started this business. And like I can share a bit in your pain points in terms of us being stressed and tired. And we know the healthcare workers, they work.
Yes.
And that's lead me to my next questions. Can you give us like a glimpse into the day of maybe a typical bedside nurse or an ICU nurse or any nurse you choose in the hospital, in any of the hospital if I walk in? What is the day of a nurse like?
Well, it depends on where you're working, if it's an ICU or it's like med surge unit or so. It depends on the amount of patients that you'll have. And it also depends, are you doing a 12-hour shift or 7 to 3, like regular 8-hour shifts? So all that depends. However, whatever place you are responsible for your patients. So you would come in, you'd get your report, and then you'll start your rounds on your patient, finding out what they're doing, what they need, the needs of the patient, and all of that has to be met. And listen, it does not matter what is happening with you personally. As soon as you've gotten the responsibility, you remember that you have people's lives in your hand, and you're totally focused on that. I've always said, I don't know if someone will be able to pay a nurse for what they do. However, I know that nurses are committed people. They go above and beyond every
Yeah.
single day to help their patients, to help their families, to help their friends, to help anyone. And many times we are putting ourselves the last. We are always in the back of the line. So everyone else is taken care of, and everything that we have, we're giving to them. So you come in, you get your assignment. If it's 8 patients, you have your 8 patients. You have to do all of that. My thing as a nurse, I've never actually been on the med surg unit. I've always been on the like step down ICU like that. So I will have maybe the most patient, maybe 4. But it's a lot of work because many of those patients are on different drips, they're different and on different kind of treatment, right? And you have to constantly be there. You have to be doing vitals on them every hour. Maybe they're a vented patient. It's a lot that is expected of a nurse. Really, I lift my hat to my nursing colleagues every day because I have been there and I know they're stressed, they're tired, but they're giving. And that's what a nurse is, a person that gives and goes above and beyond. And after many times after you're done with that in the day, you also now have to come home to take care of family that's at home, right? And there are many times that you have your family, they're sick at home, and you have left them to come to take care of your patients at the hospitals. Or I remember this so vividly in my life that I remember once that my husband was in an accident, and I was called to say that this happened. And I'm telling you, can you just imagine where I was in my mind? Because I know that he's there in an accident. I don't know what is happening to him. I'm not getting all the information I need. But yet my patients were right there. I couldn't just run out. I had to be there. I had to make sure that everything had to be taken care of. I had to give report over to my other colleagues regarding these patients. And then after all of that is done, that is when I had to leave to go take care of my husband. So what I'm saying to you, nurses are not just any ordinary person. We are here working every day in, day out, to make sure that the lives of those that are in our hands are properly taken care of, because people depend on us. And that's exactly what it is. It's a hard thing, but it is a hard thing. It's hard, but it's heart. And that is what it's all about. We are giving above and beyond to make sure that our patients are fine.
That's
So
true.
that's a typical day for any nurse.
And I can imagine because like you mentioned, it depends on also the condition of the patient. You
That's
may
right.
have some days may be really tough and all your hands are filled. For someone who have been in the hospital multiple times,
Yes,
whether with my kids and those nurses, oh my God, they do amazing things.
they
But
do.
one thing on the other flip of it is that I know like the job of a nurse is tough
Yes,
and they give because they're always working from the heart. Even like the example you gave, your own situation may be going on all messy, but you sign an oath and you have to give in your 100% every time because you're dealing with a life or death situation, right?
sure.
And that's the beauty of it. And one thing I've discovered is that most of our nurses with that don't self-care. They don't have that time.
That's
They
it.
don't have, some of them are still, even with the good pay and all that, you still find some that from one job today, they have backup and backup, another shift to make up just to earn more. So someone would say, "Oh yeah, I want to be a nurse because they pay well," which they do. Like in New York, the pay for nurses are really good,
Yes.
but the ever increasing expenses of life, living in the city like ours and all over the place, is also another challenge, right? Like you touched in your story, time. Time, you need time to take care of you, time to take care of your loved one, time to enjoy life like you have it, right?
Yes.
Some are working longer before they even retire, right? And the moment they retire, they're down with something that the life they envision. They kind of gave everything, but
Yes.
never received. And then that some, how will I put it? I'm tongue tied right now. Some I said, okay, I'm looking for the satisfaction for the care I give to my patient.
Yes.
But I usually tell my nurses, like, yes, the satisfaction it comes from your career as well, but you can make some investment in taking care of you
That's
so
right.
that you can live longer and look back and say, yes, I did well.
Yes.
And that takes me to my next question, because you made that move, transitioning from not just being a nurse professional to becoming an online business owner. You seized the opportunity to not just have a career, which I've tried for over 20 years, to see that this new era of my life, I want time, time to take care of me,
Sure.
time to be able to rest. Like you said, you were tired, you were on a bed rest, and you like on doctor's orders. And you know, as a nurse, you know when the doctor say doctor's
Yes.
orders is doctor's orders, right?
Yes.
Sometimes we violate those things because we take care of everybody else. And
That's
that's
it.
what, like, you're a typical nurse. They take care of everybody else except themselves. So what will you say to somebody who is watching and say, hey, I love what you guys are talking about. How can I know more about transitioning that my career? Like, I'm already busy enough.
Yeah.
How can you, being a nurse, busy, how can you transition into adding a business to what you're doing?
Well, that is such a great question. But before I actually answer that, I want to say that as nurses, and I know about us Caribbean people, right? People from Africa, we always take care of family. So that is why many of my colleagues would be working, myself and others would be working, because we are not only taking care of our present family that's here. So the
Yeah.
responsibility that we have sometimes drives us to be going, 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 not thinking too much about self unless something happens and you have to be stopped in the tracks because you are so concerned about helping the others. You know the needs that those other persons have and you're trying to fulfill and help them. So many times it's at our detriment. And that's what I want my nursing friends to remember tonight. It's at our detriment. Many times our health is affected, and that is when we actually stop to take really just take a check and say exactly what are we doing. We have to, our lives has to be impacted in some way, maybe by our health, for us to stop and then say we have to do something differently. So that I just wanted to say that as well. Okay, and back to your question now that regarding what would I say to someone that wants to transition because of time? Well, I would like to say to you that for me, for me, that is the reason I transitioned because I wanted more time. And exactly that, I've gotten that because now I'm able to say that this is the time I want to work. These are the days I want to work, and then I have the rest of time for myself. Also, this is not a business that's going to be taking all of your time. When you have a break, like my busy nursing friends, when you have a break, you can do something on your computer or your phone, because these are smart devices that we can use at any time, anywhere. So we can do that. We can make something. This is not a business that's going to require 8 hours or things like that, unless you are not working and you like to do that. It's fine. But what I'm saying, in my case, I give 2 hours, I give 3 hours. It's all what I have that I give, right, to make my business run. And it is running, and it's running effectively by doing all of that. The fact is that you take the time to set your business up, because it's a place where you have training, right? And it's step by step video based training that anyone is able to do. And then you are able to follow that up wherever you are. You're also dealing with automation in this business that is helping you also. It's helping you to earn, it's helping to do everything in the background while you're actually busy running your life. So it is important to know that you're not going to be spending all the time like you're spending at the bedside to take care of this online business. This is your business. The amount of time you put in, that is important. I know nurses are committed people. So if you come in this business, you'll be committed to do the things that you need to do to make sure your business is excelling. Because guess what? You are a person of excellence and you want to see results. So you're focusing, you're committed, and you're persevering at all costs that you're able to achieve what you want from this business. So it is doable. I can tell you that, right? I have now transitioned since the business to the classroom as a professor of nursing, and because of the business, I knew that I could move from the bedside to be doing something different. So that this business has helped me even to make that decision in my life, to move away from the bedside to go into the classroom. The thing is, I love being a nurse. So my being here as a professor, I'm contributing to the other nurses that are going into the field. So what I'm saying, I am doing that there, but I'm also finding such joy and fulfillment here in my online business, because I am now able to show others what they can do, that their dreams are really something that can be a reality, that they can change your lives by just taking a step of faith and coming to understand more about this online business. So that would be my answer to your question, Adiza. Here.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. That was a detailed explanation
Yes.
to let anyone out there know that this online business is doable. It doesn't matter how busy you are. If a busy nurse professional could transition and leverage the online system, the thing here is the system,
Yes.
and she explained that the training is there for you. You learn on your own term. You have the support. You have a mentor. You have someone supporting you who have been through the process, right? You're guided. And most of us, we can self learn, right? So if you're a professional in any capacity, you can self-learn this within few weeks. And the way the system is built, within 2 weeks, your system is up and running. Some do it within a week, 3 weeks. You give yourself the time, you set the target, right? You create your schedule. She mentioned that the system is automated. 90% of the work is done for you, right? So you have a whole lot to leverage within this business, and
Yes.
that's what make it very doable, because the system itself is simple, and any one of us, no matter how busy we are, can do it. And the goal is creating that time and financial independence and success and all that for ourselves, because we can work, but for how long? Right? We work for a retirement, a 401k or something, that's good, but we can do way more than that.
Yes.
And this is a system that so many of us, like Sonia and myself, are leveraging, we're using to create and change the narrative. So if you're out there looking to change the narrative in your career, in your finances, and in terms of your time,
Yes.
most especially our time, because our time is really, really important, because we need that time. Our life is calculated based on the time we
Sure.
spend. At the end of the year, you say, oh, happy birthday. Guess what? You're calculating time. Happy New Year. You're calculating time. So time is really important. How we use it Do you want to spend another 30, 10, 20 years in a career? Some of us don't even like what we do. We just do it because it's a means to an end of meeting our household needs, which
Yes.
is good because we are commanded to work. But there are smart ways through this online business system that a lot of us are earning income through this platform. So if you're out there and you're still interested and like connected with us, and whatever we are saying, like Sonia's story, resonate with you, I'm reaching out to let you know that you can start your own online business. You see
Yes.
our website, send us a message, and we can guide you through this process to know that there is a solution to create that life of abundance that you want for yourself and your family. So thank you so much. Sonia, any last word to our viewers?
Yes, I'd like to say that this online business is a life transforming business. It is. I am seeing it with my eyes, what is being done. People that are in our same people just like us that are doing this and living the life of their dreams, the dreams that they thought would never come to light. They have found that it is possible here in this online business. You can do anything that you put your mind to. And what I'm saying, I'd like you to know that I chose the fact that I needed more time to spend with my family, because it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, no one is going to say, I wish I worked more. They're going to say, I wish I spent more time with my family. So, my friends, that's what I'm saying to you tonight. Choose their family above everything else. Spend time with them, make memories with them, right? Make memories that in the future you can look back at this and say, oh, that was so wonderful. So
Yeah.
spend time with your family. As Adiza has said already, this is also a business that gives you an additional income. Many of us have not come from a wealthy background. We are not from a wealthy background, so we work very hard. But what I'm saying, as she said, work smarter. Work smarter now, because you have a system that's set up that can help you to work smarter. Also, you can build generational wealth. Why not be the person here, guys? Why not be the person that is changing the narrative here? If you are from a poor family, it doesn't mean that everybody has to remain poor. What about you? Rise up and do something. As we come to the end of the year, it's only 2 months that's left. What are you going to do to make a difference in your life? I'm saying to you, look at this online business, because it has changed so many lives, and yours is no different. It's the same thing that others have done, that we are doing, and the same thing that you're going to do. So we welcome you on board. Come to see what we're doing in this online business and change the narrative for yourself and your family, your generation to come. Blessings.
Thank you, Sonia. You just rounded it up beautifully. So, thank you, everyone, for watching. Thank you for listening to us. We are available to take your questions, answer those questions for you. Let us know if you picked a thing or two from here tonight that can help you start this journey. We are available to answer your questions, like I said, and help you understand exactly what we do, how we do it, and how you too can get started. So thank you so much and have a good night.
Have a
Bye.
good night, everyone. Thank you, Adiza. Blessings.